Hi, it's Dr. Julie Gilbert here. I'm with Gail.
Good
Hi,
morning.
Gail. And you all know Gail. She helps me out here. She's my right hand woman. I don't know what I'd do without her. But welcome back for another session of food rules. And if Rachel might pop in here in a second, we'll see. But we are getting to the end of our book, Gail.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. And hey, by the way, are you staying hydrated?
Oh, have to.
Yeah.
It is just too warm outside not to stay hydrated.
Right. Yeah, drinking water.
Yeah.
Now, what is hydration? Well, hydration is drinking water.
Yeah, I drink a lot of water, and I think you need to drink more when it's warm.
Yeah, I'd agree. And
just kind of walk around with a glass of water. Right?
Walk around, yeah, right. Yeah, and I've been putting lemon in mine.
Oh.
It's really good.
Okay.
The other thing is staying inside when it's so hot.
I can't handle triple digit weather.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I truly can't. Mm-hmm. So I look for things to do inside, other than, the normal stuff. So you can keep moving. Don't want to just sit there and watch TV because it's hot outside.
Right. Yeah, you do have to still move.
Right. Figure out those inside projects that you put off and put off. Mm-hmm. And maybe they're just little ones, but you can cross them off your list.
Right. And we're doing a big one.
I know you are.
We're doing a big one, and Kenny's doing an awesome job. So yeah, we are getting ready for a move from this location here to our new location in Jefferson. And actually I moved out one of the waiting room couches and put that in, and I think it's looking good.
Looks really good.
I should post.
I like it.
Thank you. I'll post some pictures.
You should post a picture of your new what do you call it? When you get old, your mind goes waiting room, right? Yeah. Post a picture of your new waiting room because it's really cute.
Okay. It's really cute. Wow. All right, so we are talking through Michael Pollan's Food Rules. We're on chapter 58. I'm just going to read it since it's so short.
It says a lot.
It does. Do all your eating at a table.
Whoa. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's common sense, but you get busy. If you're not at the table, if you're standing over the sink, you're not being very mindful. Mm-hmm. You're just shoving some food in because you're hungry.
Yeah, let's see what he says. Yeah.
Not exactly.
He says, no, a desk is not a table.
That's right.
Mm. You've caught me a time or two.
Oh, yeah. And I always yell at you, so.
She does. And look what she did. She brought me in. Oh, we'll get to this here in a second. When I finish this. If we eat while we're working, which a huge percent of the people I talk to do.
Especially when you're working from home. Mm-hmm.
Or while watching TV or driving. We eat mindlessly. And as a result, eat a lot more than we would if we were eating at a table, paying attention to what we're doing. This phenomenon can be tested and put to good use, by the way. Why didn't I think of this? Place a child in front of a television and set a bowl of fresh vegetables in front of him or her. The child will eat everything in the bowl, often even vegetables he or she doesn't ordinarily touch, without noticing what's going on, which suggests an exception to the rule. When eating somewhere other than at a table, stick to
fruits and vegetables.
Okay.
If you eat those mindlessly, they're so good for you.
No big deal, right?
But most of us eat snack food mindlessly.
Yeah, that's right.
Or drive-through, because you're driving with this hand, eating a burger with the other.
Right. Or shoveling them, whatever. That's
exactly.
Right. That's right. So I have, one of the things, in my 1, 2, 3, I say eat slowly, eat seated at a table, and the third one is with someone you love. But yeah, sitting at a table. So I started because this was very hard for me, because as a physician, you're constantly on the computer catching up with whatever emails and things in between patients and during your lunch time. And so I've been trying to be a little more mindful and Gail brought me in this beautiful placemat, and we have a very nice table. Can you see the table? Yeah, there. Can you see the table? Yeah, that's the table that where we sit for our lunch. So we're trying to practice what we preach here.
We're trying to do it purposefully.
Yeah.
And mindfully.
Mindfully. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're not standing over the sink and you're, truly.
Right.
Makes a big difference, and it makes a big difference in your digestion too.
That's exactly right, because then you can really tune in and tell when you feel full, so you can stop eating. Right. Otherwise, I call them amnesia calories. I think I've mentioned that before. Yeah. Amnesia calories where, hey, where did that bag of chips go? No, yeah, in your belly, most of it.
And you're eating for a time period. Like, I've only got 10 minutes, so instead of eating for your nutrition and what you should be eating.
Right. Yeah. You're not trying to shove it in a short period.
Right.
So, right. Exactly. So I loved his idea of the experiment with the kids.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I would love to hear from any of you guys out there who try that.
Yeah.
I can see some children I know going, I'm not eating that anyway. But why not give it a shot? I mean, really.
Yeah, really. I wish I had thought about that when
your kids
we were
little?
when our kids were little. But when our kids were little, we served a lot of vegetables, but we let them, each one of them, choose a vegetable that they weren't made to eat. So so whatever we served, if we happened to serve that vegetable that the child chose not to eat, then he got to. But every other vegetable, he or she had to eat it. So that was one of the things we did for kids and vegetables. But one time I tried to exchange a tofurkey dog.
Tofurkey, okay.
And it's a tofu hot dog. So
Yeah.
just thinking that it was healthier, turns out it's equally processed. But anyway, this is back then, and I tried, and my kids were eating in front of the TV. Okay, I know, but so I sent my son was about 4 years old at the time, Ezekiel, with this tofurkey dog in the bun with the ketchup. It looked just like the dog.
Sure.
And he carries it away happily, goes to the other room, sits in front of the TV. And about 5 minutes later, he comes back with his mouth full and tears running down his leg. I didn't know. So he may be one of the kids that don't finish the vegetables too.
Well, I love what my niece does with her children. She makes them, I guess that's a bad word, but she makes them take a no thank you bite.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm.
Just a little bite, just a taste.
Mm-hmm.
No thank you, that's okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it works for them. They've been doing it since they were little. So it's kind of ingrained, and it doesn't mean they have to like what they take a bite of.
Yeah.
But at least they're not going, and it touch that.
Right. No, that's a great way to incorporate new foods, different foods, because it does take time for our palates to accept a variety of textures and flavors.
I agree.
So we have to try things over and over again. And I like that. No, thank you, because it might be the 10th time, and I think, oh, well, this is not so.
Not so bad.
Not so bad. Right. So good. Yeah. Good advice to eat at a table. And then if there is no table, I love the idea of the placemat. Just to change, switch in your
From work to food.
Yeah, from work to eating. And so even if you can't get to a table, if you have a pretty placemat in a new environment, then you can kind of take those couple of deep breaths and slow down and eat seated.
Right. And if you're working from home, it's more difficult, I think. So if you're working from home, you shut off the computer. If you've got your 30-minute lunch hour or whatever, even if you have to sit at your workstation and eat, If you turn your computer off or turn it around or maybe even put some soft music on instead of the computer,
Right.
it gives you a different sense of where you are.
Right,
Like you
yeah.
were talking about
Yeah, it
this.
changes up your environment.
Right.
Yeah, you go from a work mode to a,
And maybe,
yeah,
which is good for all of us.
that's right. Rest and digest mode. Yeah, very good. All right. Well, I wanted to tell Rachel about something I made this weekend.
Oh, well, let's hear it.
She'd be so proud of me. And then, I made a sweet potato curry.
Oh,
Yeah, it was really good.
that sounds
So
good.
yeah, I had sweet potato,
Obviously.
onion, garlic, and it had coconut milk, unsweetened, of course, tomatoes, canned tomatoes, and then it called for kale, but it had it had curry powder and then turmeric, and I think I threw cilantro in there as well. It was delicious. It was really good, and I served that with some quinoa.
Oh,
But it was, so I thought Rachel would be
very proud
yeah,
of you.
very proud of me. So, and there's some leftovers, so I'm gonna have that for
Oh,
dinner
cool.
tonight. Yeah.
Cool.
And I all right, Mom, I'm calling you out here. But I called my mom. Oh, well, no, she called me while I was making this. She said, "Oh, what are you making?" And I said, "Sweet potato curry." And she's like, "Sweet potato what?"
Yeah.
Just put that in the oven and slap some brown sugar and butter on that bad boy. Anyway, I took a picture, sent it to her, and she said, "Oh, okay, that looks like a
Yeah, well, in the Midwest, when you have sweet potatoes, that's what you do.
yeah."
Or down south, you throw them in the oven with some butter and sugar, and not exactly the most nutritious way to eat sweet potatoes.
Anyway,
Still good.
yes. Do you know what you're doing for dinner
I knew
tonight?
you were going to ask me.
Yeah,
that.
I know.
Well, I took some halibut out of the freezer,
Mm.
and I have some salad left over from yesterday
Oh, okay.
that I'm going to add to.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably about it.
Halibut.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen you cook halibut. We've
I
cooked halibut
love
together.
halibut.
It's
Yeah.
delicious. You do that in your air fryer.
No, I do it in the oven.
In the oven.
I do it in the oven. I haven't.
What did we do?
I've
We
got
did Brussels sprouts.
Right, Brussels sprouts and mushrooms in the air fryer.
Right. That was good.
I've got it down to a science in my oven, so I don't want to screw it up.
Don't
Yeah,
mess with perfection.
yeah. Because halibut's not cheap. I
No.
don't want to screw it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I
sounds
think we'll
delicious.
have
Delicious. Yeah, I did see Kenny. Now he's going to have to supplement our sweet potato with with some protein. So I think he got salmon out of the freezer for Ezekiel to grill.
Ezekiel. I wish I had Ezekiel.
Everybody
to grill
needs
at my
an Ezekiel.
house.
Yeah. Everybody needs an Ezekiel.
Everybody needs one, don't they?
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, this is Dr. Julie Gilbert with Gail, and we are reminding you, number 3, eat seated at a table slowly with someone you love.
Absolutely. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.